Hey, my friends.
Sorry.
So I passed out little pieces of paper that that have a verse from Isaiah actually on it. It's a different prophet than is usually read at Tashlich. Tashlich usually has a verse from Micah, which I'll recite a version of, but Isaiah is the railing prophet, the prophet that we're going to read on Yom Kippur. And since we're doing this action just a day before Yom Kippur, right? I wanted to bring in Isaiah. Isaiah is the one who we read about on Yom Kippur Day, the Haftarah, the famous Haftarah that says, "Is this the fast that I desire? Do I just want you to fast and beat your hearts, but then not do good things in the world, not walk your prayers, not walk your fast?" So, here Isaiah is talking about water. And I offer this really because it makes me think about Alan Kurdi, the 3-year-old who was washed up on the beach when he was trying to escape Syria. I think about him, and I think about that's the most dramatic case for it, and I think about it because, first of all, I'm thinking about it also because we just left. We pulled out of Turkey in a way that's going to actually hurt some more Kurds, so Kurdi was on my mind. And I think about it because, when we are trying to escape, just like he was trying to escape, we had to pass through water. The Jewish people, in trying to leave Egypt, the Exodus happened through water. And Shefa Gold, this amazing rabbi, she talks about how water represents times of transition. Transition as we pass from slavery to freedom, from womb to birth in our lives, from life to death into the sea of openness. The important thing, she says, is not to fear, right? To know that God's presence has always been with us, and through every transition, through every transformation. So, immigration, trying to migrate from place to place, whether it's through water or not, is a remarkable transition, and we're trying to actually, part of our work, right, the human part of our work is trying to be there in the fear that so many people have, right? When we're standing outside the Wyatt, and we're holding up signs that say, "We hear you, we see you," that's the work. And we're here today to do Tashlich, to strengthen us to continue that work, because it's really painful to stand with people in fear. And we may be afraid too. All sorts of fears. Fears of putting our bodies on the line, or maybe fears about where this country is going. And those fears can cause different kinds of responses. They can cause us to want to flee like Jonah does. The prophet Jonah, when he's called, he doesn't show up. He hides in the bottom of a boat and goes to sleep. Because it's scary to be called to action. It's scary. And we want to not see. Tshuva is something we learn about, I believe. Tshuva means to return, right? And these are the 10 days of returning. Aseret Yemei Tshuva, between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. There are days where we're returning, and what are we returning to? We're returning to our kavanah, to our intention, to our direction of what should be our direction for our lives. We're trying to return to whatever intentions we set for who we want to be in the world, what calls we want to answer. We're returning. And I believe that we learn tshuva from the water. One rabbi says, because like the sea, tshuva is always open to us. So to our elected officials, to people on the Wyatt board, we say to them any day that you want to decide to make the right choice, it's never too late for tshuva. Any moment is right for tshuva. Do we believe that? Yeah. Do we believe that no matter what wrong decisions we've made, or which way we've turned this year, do we believe that we can always return to the path that we want to be on, that is the most self-actualized, the most righteous? Do we believe it? Yeah. We do Tashlich to unblock us. We do Tashlich because we need to cast away the things that make us think it's not possible to do tshuva. It's not possible to return. On Rosh Hashanah we read about Hagar. We read the story of the wife of Abraham who has his first child, but she's their slave. And Sarah gets very jealous, and Sarah sends her out. And she's so, I think of Kurdi here too, right? Hagar, Ishmael almost dies in the desert. And suddenly, you know what it says? Hagar's eyes are opened to there being a spring of water. Water. Water represents hope. Water represents possibility that we never thought could be there. Water represents vision. She prays that day and she names the well Be'er L'chai Ro'i. Well of the God that is the live God of sight. And the God who sees me. We are praying water represents the ability to be seen. And for the people who are forgotten to be seen. And for us to continue to be able to see them. Heschel says that the root of sin is being indifferent to the sublime wonder of living. Not being able to see what's there. The blessings. Water represents blessing. The blessings that are in our lives already. The power that we have. That is what causes us to sin when we cannot see those things. So today, we are here to do Tashlich. To unblock our vision. To make us see that we are blessed no matter what trials, no matter what obstacles we face in our lives. We have blessings and we have power. And we're here to make sure that our eyes are open to our blessings, open to our strength, open to our power, open to our connectedness to all things. We say Shema Yisrael, we say Hear O Israel, the Lord is one. What do we mean? All is one. I'm not separate from you. You're not separate from me. We're connected. We're here to unblock our ears so we can truly listen to the sound of the oneness, to understand that I'm not separate from my neighbor. To unblock our eyes such that we don't think for a second that anyone is not created in the image of the divine. Anyone. Any police officer, any lawmaker. I stand here demanding that we think very carefully as activists the words we use towards everyone in the coming year. Very, very carefully. Every single person we see is created in the image of God. That must drive our activism. It will imbue our activism with love. And love is stronger than anything. So you can do Tashlich with bread or not. I don't, because I've heard that it's bad for the birds and bad for our waters. So I hate to break the party up. But guess what? You can eat the bread. Make a blessing. Say Hamatzi. So I invite you to stand at the water, yeah? And if you want, in a moment, I'll close us with the melody that goes with the words that you're holding if you got one of these slips. But I want to take a moment of silence for everyone to just be able to think about what they need to cast away. The idea is we go to the water to do Tashlich, to cast away. Tashlich means to cast away, but we don't literally need to throw anything in, yeah? We're going to cast away. I want to invite everyone to take a moment at the water to think about what you need to cast away to be unblocked this year. May the waters carry away indifference, greed, fear, hatred. Ki ta'avor b'mayim itcha ani איתך אני, כי תעבור במים, איתך אני, איתך, ובנהרות לא ישטפוך, לא ישטפוך.
ובא להתעלות, לא ישטפוך, לא ישטפוך. When you pass through the waters, I am with you, yes, I am with you. When you pass through the waters, I am with you, yes, I am with you. I won't let the river